Hi and welcome back. Today's video is going to be about NewJeans' Ditto, and what I think it means. I know this is a bit late, but I wanted to wait for OMG's release because I felt that it would be connected. Also, I'm not smart enough to do this that fast. LMAOOO. Let's start the video. Starting off with a little summary of what I think the song is about. I think it's about the relationship between a K-pop idol and their fan, loving someone or a group of people so much, too much, and wishing for them to reciprocate their feelings. In this case, Jisoo is the fan while NewJeans are obviously the idols. And this is also present in the boy, who likes Jisoo but can never get to her. Because she's always in her little fantasy, pretending that NewJeans are her friends. Too lost to realize that the happiness she's chasing is right in front of her, and she just doesn't notice it because she's too busy trying to get what she can't. So as we see in the first scene of side A, grown-up Jisoo finds a box with old VHS tapes from the past. She puts one in and we see Harin wearing a school uniform, then the rest of NewJeans followed by a collection of clips of them having fun. They're in a school, and the girl recording them is our main character, Jisoo. Throughout the music video we see her always recording the girls dancing or talking together. I think her being behind the camera most of the time is supposed to represent how a fan can only see their idols through a recording/camera. Even if they're friends in her fantasy, that barrier between them is also shown with how she is never a part of them. But us fans are still genuinely happy like Jisoo was, even if we only get to see them through videos, feeling as if we're friends with them yet we are never really part of the group itself. Additionally, the few times they actually interact represents fan meets, a rare occasion where fans could actually meet their idols either in person. Jisoo is a lonely person, because aside from the boy, we never see any friends coming to interact with her or anything like that. This is also why this fantasy consumes her life, because if she had real friends to hang out with and such, she wouldn't be in the fantasy so often. It's something of a coping mechanism or an escape from reality for her, because the bond between her and NewJeans help her cope with the loneliness she experiences at school. Also, I know this is kind of far off, but her injury could mean she's also being bullied at school. Jisoo's seemingly harmless fantasies lead her further and further away from reality. Her camera, which connects her to NewJeans, is a double-edged sword because it also blinds her from the real world, and the boy there, someone who actually cares about her in real life. When she wakes up from the fantasy at the end is very significant. She's finally back to reality. Earlier we saw her painting Minji's nail, but it turns out it was her own nail that she painted. The cast that the members drew on remains blank. The girls are gone, and she realizes it was all just her imagination. We see the class watching Jisoo recording nothing. Jisoo recording nothing on the rooftop. Jisoo recording nothing in the corridor. Her fantasy is breaking down. Now on to side B. Essentially it's the last part of side A, her going back to reality, but from her perspective, not her classmates. She sees them staring at her now instead of just NewJeans dancing, because the girls are gone. She's crying and runs away from the girls and the boy, running away from both her fantasy and reality. The boy is noticed more now, and we see how he's always checking up on her now that she's stopped only focusing on the girls. And the most significant sign of her abandoning the fantasy is, of course, her dropping the camera. She severs the personal connection between her and the girls, and while of course they still exist, she only watches them from afar, as seen in the scene where they're dancing on the street, and she watches, much like how fans see their idols, only from afar. The videos of the girls start glitching, and slowly they disappear, blending into the scenery. Minji calling her is not real, simply alive. In their app phoning, when one of the girls goes live it shows it to you as if they are calling you, so this could be a reference to that. Jisoo ignores it, showing her development. She sees the deer again, which could be a sign that she's fully left her fantasy, and she is seen walking home with the boy, finally noticing what was right in front of her. So my summary for this is that, like I said at the start, Ditto is about the relationship between fans and idols. It is from the perspective of the fan, Jisoo. Later on we will see it from the perspective of the idols, in their latest song OMG. Being lonely, Jisoo created her own fantasy where the girls were her friends, and she became so absorbed in this and wanting them to want to be her friend back, that she didn't notice that someone real, the boy, was also waiting for her to notice him like she was with NewJeans. Inside A we see her world falling apart from the perspective of people around her, while inside B we see it from her perspective. Inside A she's clearly absorbed in the fantasy, so in the rain scene it wins and she picks to go in the rain with the girls, while inside B, she's broken out of it and goes alone with the umbrella. The theory where they're all dead and Hisa has survivor's guilt does sound very possible, but the thing is I think that the message from this theory would resonate more because some, if not all of the fans watching can relate to loving an idol as much as Hisa did, and wishing to be close to them. Fans are controlled by the idols, whatever they do they follow, and it works likewise too. Idols follow what the fans want them to do. This should be a wake-up call to us, including myself. I'm not saying to stop liking K-pop or whatever you like, but to remember the real world sometimes. There are people who care about you. Additionally, I wanted to mention the Ban Hisa channel. It seems like it's set up by Adur and posts videos of the girls having fun, and I think Hisa still recording them from when she was in her fantasy. It's really interesting, and I applaud whoever came up with this whole thing because it's really brilliant, something we all need to know. That's it for my theory. My next video will be about OMG. Thanks for watching and bye.